Hi and welcome to Easy Cooking for Students. Today we're going to make some plain bread. This is about 3 cups of plain flour. I've just roughly got 2 cups of warm water, but it depends on however much you need to make the dough. This is 1 tablespoon of yeast and this is 1 tablespoon of salt, and I'm also going to use a little bit of honey to activate the yeast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of the water in, and I'm going to mix the tablespoon of yeast and mix this really well and make it all bubbly. I'm going to add a little bit more water to that. There. I'm going to add a little bit of honey to that. Not too much to make it sweet, but just enough to activate the yeast. I'm going to add the salt to that next. I'm going to mix that in. And I'm going to start adding bits of flour. So little bits at a time. And I'm going to make sure that it's really well mixed before I add more in. Add a little bit more water to that. That much. And some more flour. And just keep adding more and more water until you use all the flour up and make a nice thick dough. It's starting to get hard for me to mix, so that tells me that we're getting close to it almost being ready. My bad. Starting to struggle. And because it's really sticky, I'm just going to add a little bit more flour. So I'm using my left hand because my right, I broke a nail really badly. Struggling to do this with my left hand. Okay, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to flour the bench a little bit. And I'm going to let this rest just for literally about 5 to 10 minutes. And I'm going to wash this in the meantime. And try to wash the bowl in about warm to hot water, just because we'll leave the dough in here for a couple of hours so that it rises really well, and the hot water really helps to do that. The bowl has been washed and it is slightly warm, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all the dough here and I'm going to slightly flour the bottom of this, and I will leave this in there. Okay, I'm going to leave this in here and cover it up with a clean towel, and I'm just going to leave this in a dry and cool place. I'm going to leave this overnight because I'm going back to Dunedin tomorrow and I've got a lot of packing to do. But you can leave this in here for even about 2 hours and it will rise quite a bit. So have a look after 2 hours, and if it's risen a lot then you can move on to the next step. Then I will come and do this next step tomorrow morning. dough has risen overnight and it's risen a lot. So I'm just going to punch it down and let all the air out. Is put some flour on the bench top. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take this out of here. So it's a nice stringy consistency. This is how it's supposed to be. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put some more flour over it, and we're going to knead it a little bit more, and we're going to push all the bubbles out of it while we do this. Okay, I'm going to make 2 loaves. That's why I'm slicing it. Okay, that's good. I'm going to take a lot of the flour off. And what we're going to do is roll it out in the shape we want it. This might take a little while. Okay, that's the shape I'm going to keep it. So what I'm going to do is here's my tray that I've already oiled lightly. I'm going to put this on it and just shape it however we want it to come out. Okay. Yeah, just roll that out however you want it. We're going to let this sit in here for about 2 hours. Alright, here I have both my pieces of dough and I've let it rise for only 1 hour because I'm actually running late. I have to go to the airport today. So this has risen for an hour. You can leave it for another hour and it will get bigger and it will be much nicer. But what I'm going to do is I've preheated my oven and I'm just going to put some thin lines across this, cuts across this. So my knife isn't all that sharp either, but if you had like a... This knife sucks. Yeah, this is not easy. But if you leave it for 2 hours, I think it would cut better. I don't know why, but I think it might. Okay. So the cutting didn't work, but... So a sharp knife should do this. I don't have one. Okay, so this is that, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put it in the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 25 to 30 minutes, but I'm going to have a look. In about 15 minutes I'll check up on it and have a look if it's nice and golden brown. I want it crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside, so I'm going to try and make it happen. So this has been in here for about, how long has it been in here? For 20 minutes? And that looks good. So my cuts didn't come out properly, but you know what I mean, how it would look if it did work. Yeah, that's pretty much cooked. Alright, that is cooked. Okay. Okay, so the bottom was a little bit stuck, but yeah. It's really soft inside, and it's crunchy on the outside. It smells good, and I'm going to try it with some butter. Oh, ultimate taste. Alright. Smells good. Try some. So this turned out great. Hope you like the recipe. Give it a go and leave me a comment. Tell me how yours worked. The next time I see you, I'll be in Dunedin, so I hope you guys come back for my next video.